Ranking Member Blumenthal.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for
now
having this
guy right
first
here,
hearing of.
watch how now just throughout these whole hearings, there's two guys here, this guy and there's another guy that's a doctor that's on the panel, and you could just tell which two are for pharma. Just pay attention to how much they're going to gaslight and how much they're going to take you to the past and try to put you back in that fear moment from 5 years ago instead of focusing on why we are here today in 2025 to find out the safety. You know, why did the government lie about the safety of these shots? Okay. And why are they not listening to these doctors and scientists with years of data that the patients are suffering from these mRNA vaccines and these spike proteins that are in these products? Okay. So just pay attention to these people, because I'm going to skip over this. But if you end up watching on your own, the link is in the description. Just watch how they gaslight, because I'm going to have to skip over some of this gaslighting.
Our permanent subcommittee on investigations. I think we all agree that this hearing and our efforts in this subcommittee ought to be nonpartisan and non-political, and that we should depoliticize science.
You're welcome, Kimba. Thanks for watching.
Strictly adhere to the evidence, medical evidence, without resort to ideological predilection.
Now look at this propaganda sign that he's going to put up behind him.
And that there ought to be warnings about side effects from any medicine. And
there ought to be warnings, but you wouldn't allow any.
The warning should be as prompt as possible. I think we can all agree.
Look at these damn signs. Look
fact.
at these signs. Let me make this bigger for y'all so you can see it. Look at this sign. COVID vaccines have saved more than 3 million lives. They have no data at all of if these saved anybody or not. COVID has killed more than 1.2 million Americans. It did kill a lot of people, but was it COVID or was it the treatments that the hospitals were giving? It's turning out to be, which they're going to talk about this too, that it was mostly how the hospital treated the people with COVID is what killed them.
And that there ought to be very rigorous review of any kind of medical treatment by the FDA to make sure it's safe and effective before it's used.
But they don't do that because they don't care, because pharma is kicking back. Look at all the people on Congress that are millionaires. A lot of them are for pharma, and they get money from pharma. All of these people sitting up here defending this foolishness are probably somehow attached to pharmaceutical companies and getting money in some way to sit up there and try to get you to believe that this is righteous in some way.
In the public. But I want to take us back to January of 2021.
I'm like, why are we going back
here? I know it's
here?
hard to recall the sense of real fear during the worst of the pandemic, more than.
See, this is the gaslighting. They're going to try to take you back, and he's going to talk about, you know, they didn't know and this and that. And like, you know, they're going to try to garner your empathy and try to make every excuse why they didn't do this and why they didn't do that. You can watch this on your own time. Let's just skip over him a little bit and talk to hear somebody with some sense.